Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about my opinion on the Raptor suspension and if you should get it or not. So the main thing that you, so let me just go over what you need pretty much to actually do the Raptor suspension. And that does start with you needing lower control arms, upper control arms, Gen 1, Gen 2, or Gen 3 shocks, rear shocks, which could be Gen 1, Gen 2, or Gen 3, Gen 2 or Gen 3 tie rods, Gen 2 or Gen 3 CV axles, and four-wheel drive axle or four-wheel drive knuckles if you are two-wheel drive. So for the Gen 1 shot or for the shocks, if you want to run Gen 1 shocks, you don't need to do any conversion. If you want to run Gen 2 shocks, you need to cut out the shock bucket. You need to weld on a new shock bucket, and that shock bucket's around $500 to $1,000 depending. And obviously you need to pay someone to do all that stuff. And the same thing goes for Gen 3. For Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 rear shocks, you don't need to worry about none of that. You don't have to pay for any of that, or what's it called? You don't need to do any modifications to install those. Just straight bolt them on. And obviously you need everything else. So the price for the shocks for Gen 1s usually goes for around $400 to $500 for front and rear. Price for Gen 2 is usually around $600 to $700 on Facebook. Price for Gen 3 is usually around $1,000 to $1,500 depending where you buy them. And this does go for any truck that is over 2015. So any Ford after 2015 can install this exact suspension that I'm talking about. And before that is going to be Gen 1 lower control, Gen 1, everything Gen 1 pretty much. And then obviously you do need the knuckles. The knuckles are super cheap. It's not really like $40. Tie rods, stuff like that. But everything else will be pretty expensive. So the main thing you do need to worry about when doing the suspension is rebuilding the shocks. Because if you don't rebuild the shocks and you install them, you're fucked. They're gonna ride like shit. So you're kind of just like, oh. And especially depending on the area. Like if you're in fucking buttfuck nowhere and like there's no shock rebuilders near you, then you're fucked. And it would be like you're gonna spend like $1,000 just getting rebuilt because you gotta ship them out, pay shipping, all that stupid shit. And for me, I don't have anyone near me, but I can drive to LA. It's only 4 hours away, 3.5 hours away, so I can drive there. I can get them rebuilt for a decent price. Because around here, if I try to go to Sacramento, they're trying to charge me $500 per shock, and I gotta drop them off and pick them up. So fuck that. Sorry. So that you got to worry about. That's gonna be your main thing that you have to worry about. Just the shock rebuilding. I know someone that is trying to do the same thing, or that is doing the same thing as me, and I let them know immediately that you need to get those shocks rebuilt because they will ride like shit. Also, if you're running Gen 1s, you will need the shims. If you don't have the shims, it's gonna ride even worse than it rides with them not being rebuilt. And another thing you gotta worry about is the bushings. You know, worry about the upper and lower bushings on the control arms because if they're out, you can't just replace them for like $20. You gotta go buy a new fucking control arm. So that's just a whole nother issue. And the upper control arms usually range from $200 to $300 brand new each, and the low control arms are usually four to $500, and then sometimes they go up to $600, $700, maybe $800 at times. So those are the kind of things you got to worry about. The prices, the tie runners are they're cheap. You can find them at AutoZone for like $60. The CV axles, they're gonna be around $200 $250. So that's just keep in mind all that pricing to get the 3 inches wider, and you also might need brake lines because if you don't change out your brake lines, you probably will fucking break them. I have not broke them yet, but I haven't really off-roaded like that. So if you really go extreme off-roading, I would recommend getting longer brake lines because that's something that's like really fucking dangerous to deal with because they do kind of get stretched out a decent amount. So I don't think you can turn all the way. Like your turning radius, you can kind of hear like when you're turning all the way, and I feel like it's from that because you're stretching everything out when you do a full radius turn. So I don't recommend doing that. I do need to change them out soon. I've just been really lagging on it. But as far as the rear shocks go, that's something you really don't have to worry about when it comes to rebuilding. But it does make a big difference switching from stock shocks to those because they are really soft. They're really smooth. They'll balance the ride out completely. The back, they pretty much just like make everything better. Like if you just had front shocks, put those on, 10 times fucking difference. So right now I'm talking like they're a good thing, but there's also the negatives I was talking about, like the bushings, the rebuilding the shocks, the pricing for that, this, that. Like it's just other headaches that you have to be aware of if you do want to do this, and that's kind of why I push some people away from doing the Raptor conversion because it's like I don't want them dealing with that stupid shit that I had to deal with that really stressed me out at the end of the day. It was really stupid that those issues that I had to deal with. So I don't recommend it for everyone. But if you really want to do it, then go ahead and do it. Fuck it. But, you gotta be aware of those things. But if I were to redo this build, I would take my time doing the Raptor suspension. I would just get myself a level kit and some spacers for the main part. And then once I got every single suspension component in like pristine condition, that's when I would actually do it. So I would kind of stay away from rushing it and just trying to, for the cheapest, quick. No, take your time doing it. Like I said on the previous video, take your time doing this build because you will regret it. It will ride like shit for a long time and you'll hate it. You won't even want to drive your fucking truck. So just be aware of that. Don't be like me. Don't rush everything, because if you don't rush everything, it's going to come out real good, ride real nice. Sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much it for it. Just make sure you watch out for all those issues, because those are issues that I was not aware of and that I fucked up on. So at the end of the day, it's your own choice, but my opinion, don't do it unless you have everything, unless you have patience. But if you want to do it, I would just level out your truck with a puck. It's like $50. Get some spacers. That's like $100, and there you go. Keep it like that until you have every single component ready, and make sure everything is good. The front shocks, make sure you get them rebuilt no matter what. As far as Gen 2, Gen 3, I can't really speak on that as much because I was running Gen 1. But I was talking to my friend that had Gen 1 and Gen 2. He wouldn't recommend doing Gen 2 because you risk like breaking your new shock bucket depending on how someone welded it. Like even if you're reinforcing, you still have that in the back of your head, like, oh, it could. There's always gonna be a possibility of it breaking. So I wouldn't recommend going Gen 2. I would just get some Kings or something like that, some upgraded Foxes if you do want better shocks for your Raptor swap. All right, here we are with the worst painter in town, and we got the second worst painter today. Second worst today. I'm gonna show you guys.
Can you show the fenders?
Fuck you. I'm gonna show you guys how to
not spray primer.
put fiberglass on your truck if you want to wide body it. I don't recommend doing it because you're gonna be working on it for years because it fucking sucks. All right, now we're gonna see the review.
Shit, you got down right here, nigga?
I know I did, huh?
You got down.
No, that's your daddy.
That was your dad. Your daddy? They're driveway, but they're clean.
Nigga, you're getting them dirty. Look, where's it at? I think it's that one. Watch.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's not bad, but you shot it hella dry though.
What do you mean?
You shot it too dry.
No, it was hella wet.
No, it's dry.
It was hella wet. The paint was hella wet though. Welcome back. You know, we're here. He doesn't know how to put a fucking door on. He's been doing this for 10 years. Currently 300 degrees outside, so it's not really the best.
Here, where you put this?
What the fuck? You're supposed to put it.
Yeah, you gotta learn.
What the fuck? I know how to do it. I just need you
I know,
to
but
do
your
it,
head's
though.
probably skinnier than my way.
Yeah, because you're fat, huh?
Nah, because I got muscle fat.
It sucks at fucking polishing.
What?
Huh? What? We got a homeless man cooking for us today. He's getting down on the grill. He just knows how to put salt on it.
I got it on my fingers.
Look at this homeless man. He's putting fucking dust as seasoning. Couldn't even wash his hands. Little nasty ass.
I'm flipping it with my fingers.
Fucking shit. Christian here. Hope you guys enjoyed that YouTube video. Just kind of went a little informative. Let me know if you guys do like those shop clips. I added them there at the end. I haven't really found a video where I can put those in, but let me know if you guys enjoyed that type of content. I can start posting more of that, more of the projects we do, more of the stupid shit we do. Just some of the things that we have going on there. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed that, and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and yeah.